Hey everyone, this is LEGO Minecraft's The Ice Spikes set. It comes with 3 ice spikes of different heights and some interesting new colors and prints on parts. This tallest spike in the back has a spider trying to crawl up it, and it has the medium nougat colored 1x2 clip pieces and short ladder segments or window bar inserts, which are a cool color combination. And they put just a bed up at the top, which is a little reference to people who use these ice spikes when they find them early on in the game as a little safe haven for sleeping. Got a couple of redstone torches next to it, and up on the top somebody has hung a banner. That's just an existing one that we got from a previous set. The next smaller spike has less going on with it, but nicely showcases how much medium blue is included in the set, as well as the lighter color that I tend to call baby blue. Also has a little bit of ladder work going along the side, and at the base is the beginning of a snow golem that is just being constructed. And they have a really nice feature built into this. There's a little bit of dirt over here, and what I'm going to do right now, hopefully this will work in the first try, I'm going to push very quickly on this dirt mound and cause a transformation for that snow golem to come to life. Here's the same thing from a slightly different angle. Now let me show you what actually happens. This just flips up, and the alternate version, or the fully built up version, is there. And you don't even need to pick this up because the way it's designed, it just moves, you know, the head just pushes the whole thing out of the way. That flap comes right back down, and that's the built-up version of the golem, which is actually not the same as the original snow golem design that they made. This one's a slightly different design, a little bit more squarish, and uses a very interesting recolor of a piece. This bracket piece here on the top is done in white, and that goes over the also somewhat newish and still quite rare iron golem neck piece. The couple blocks of dirt, meanwhile, that are used as the lever to activate that feature just come down pretty flat over here and basically become part of the terrain. Really nice integration there. I'm so glad they didn't do something that's super obvious with an arrow sticker on it and red and yellow like they usually do for action stuff. This is really nicely integrated in and just becomes part of the setting. A little bit more dirt over here, got a little bit of growing going on, and just one more redstone torch. Here's some more interesting stuff down on the ground, in spite of the fact that the focus of the set is on the ice spikes. We've gotten plenty of these medium nougat colored chests before in previous sets, but we haven't gotten a lot of these stone swords. There's also a piece of bread and some mined out lapis lazuli there. We've also got a block of that is ready to be mined out. You know, it's ready to just pull up. We'll take a closer look at Steve in just a minute, but over here, this is a new enchanting table, an official enchanting table from LEGO with a printed book piece that's a tile. It's a pearl gold tile, and then a printed base or pedestal for the thing, which is actually only printed on one side with a 1x2 piece, but this looks good. This is nice to get. I wish that it had some of the angle in it. Maybe it could have been made with a pair of printed 1x1 cheese slope pieces or something. This also needs more bookcases around it, you know, just saying, but you know, this is a nice, good foundation. It's a little bit awkward to get these elements in this set, but I'm happy to get them regardless. Of course, if you don't want ice spikes in general, but you do want this stuff, then that becomes a little bit of an interesting decision. It's unfortunate you have to make. They also include a baby cow. It's just a regular cow head, but it's on a smaller body, right? It still has one spot over on the side. It's very cute and it's nice to get. That covers pretty much everything that's built up here, but I did want to give you one look at it from around the non-normal sides where you don't usually get photographs and views of it, just so that you can see that it is actually built up around the sides and around the back. It's not hollow. It's not set up with, you know, filler colors and shapes. It actually looks proper from any angle. So they have designed this to look good, you know, posed in different ways, and of course to be connected to other sets in different ways. So you're not too restricted in how you approach this. Also, as is pretty normal for Lego Minecraft sets to date, they have used a modular system. So you have these kind of pre-assembled chunks. Well, you do the assembly yourself, but smaller assemblies, that can be used to very quickly and easily reconfigure things. So if you want to have your enchanting table up here, you can do that. You can rearrange the books in different ways, to get the different colors to show towards the front or whatnot. You can stack a whole bunch of these. You can stack all of these segments on top of each other to make a really tall single spike. I think this will break off down at the base. Yep. So that's just very easy to do. It's nice that they do stuff like this. And they do include, there we go. They do include inspiration in the manual and on the box for some different builds, just rearranging these large chunks. See, this kind of equalizes out the sizes of the spikes to make everything have a little bit less visual contrast, just a little bit more chill, excuse the pun there, but there's not a whole lot of stuff going on by comparison. But then this goes the opposite direction, stacking things up as tall as possible, even adding some packed ice up on top of some of these bookcases, just imagining if the player had mined away part of an even taller ice spike and then just started placing things into the open slots. There's not much that you can do with the base though. The whole ground area of this is mostly connected together semi-permanently. Of course, it is Lego, so you can reconfigure things custom, but in these inspiration shots and also instructions, they just focus on using those major sub-assemblies that you put together in the beginning of the major build, just to show you how you can quickly, completely change the look of things. Here's that Steve, who is absolutely normal with iron armor, but he does have the enchanted pickaxe, which is a new color. They went in the direction of lavender for that. I personally wish they had done it in a translucent color instead. I think it would have looked nicer, to actually have a kind of a glow effect to it. This definitely stands out a lot from the others. You can immediately tell what it's supposed to be. But I mean, dual molding would have been ideal, but it's kind of a small piece to dual mold. I'm fine with a single color, but yeah, I really would have preferred something that you could get a little more glowiness out of. And here's a final look at that snow golem, just so that you can see its details. Those are printed parts, no stickers in this set whatsoever, and there's no decoration around the back. To me, this is a very striking looking set, and it's easy to expand this scene by getting just another of this same set, putting it side by side and just changing the heights of some of the spikes. Some of the sets, if you do just minor changes to them, put them side by side, it's still obvious that you've got two of the same thing. Here, you can easily just expand by getting more and more, although you are going to be paying for not just the expandable part of the terrain, but also some of the more expensive stuff with the figures and the prints and such. And those, to me, are the most interesting things still in this set. And that's just my personal opinion, my personal feeling. I'm personally not that interested in the ice plains spikes, relatively rare terrain setting. They're striking, but for setting up a Minecraft display in Lego, they're just not as desirable as some of the more common things that are more closely associated with Minecraft in general. But let me know what you think about that and kind of what your own personal desire level is for this kind of terrain to have on display. I look forward to hearing your feedback, which is often more valuable than mine, and I appreciate your time in watching the video. Hope that I showed you everything you wanted to see here, and I hope to have a chance to talk to you again soon, because my next video is on the way. Bye for now.